We really should stop this fighting. Otherwise, we'll miss the fireworks.
There won't be any fireworks.
And here we go.
And welcome, everybody, to Friday afternoon, suck it, coffee, Mountain Dew, beer, whatever the fuck you want to drink, happy hour.
Bailey's.
I am the great and powerful King of Kings, Prince of all that is awesome, Derek. Joined as always, now on Fridays, we used to be Mondays, the lovely, beautiful Queen of Kansas City, and soon to be the bitch of Belgium, Miss Kat Daniels.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, dear. How are you?
I am perfect. How are you?
You know what? I could not be better.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, shit is pretty fucking good.
Good.
I'm
so glad.
How about you?
I'm great. Today is my birthday celebration. Tomorrow's my birthday.
I know. I'm so excited for you. Happy fucking birthday.
Thank you.
You are just, huh?
What are you doing?
I'm taking a picture and then posting it to Instagram stories to tell people to come watch us live.
Oh, I see. No. My dogs are driving me crazy today. But I'm here and I have, my birthday is tonight. I don't know if I invited you or not. I don't think I did.
No, you did not. And I was pissed. You're sitting there talking about, oh, look at all these great things I'm doing. I'm going to have a painting virtual party, a wine and sip. No, but I'm not going to invite one of my best friends because no, I'm a bitch.
Cool. So, I didn't think you'd come. It's gonna be a bunch of girls.
I mean, I'm always down to come.
Okay. For some reason, I was not prepared for that today, but already then.
Wait a second.
Anyway.
Wait a second.
So,
How can you not be prepared for the things that I say on a daily basis?
Bro,
I mean,
I don't know.
It's been a while. I think you should be used to the things that I say on a daily basis.
You'd fucking think, right?
I I would think, especially,
You would think.
It's been, and you need
also,
to
after over 100 episodes, I would think that you would learn how to turn off the ringer on your phone.
You know what? It's been 159 episodes. Thank you. And, and I honestly never do.
We know.
Hey, Keith is just as bad as I am. Him and I were doing his show on Wednesday, and his fucking phone was going off like crazy.
If y'all ever have to work for a production company, they're gonna start throwing shit at your face in the middle of it. They're gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
And actually, my phone is my phone is muted right now. Thank you. When it went off, I muted
Congratulations! Right after it already went off in the middle of the thing, but yeah, that's fine.
Again, it went off, but I muted it as soon as it did.
Got it.
So, how's your week been?
Great. My mom was here for Thanksgiving.
Yes,
and because of that, she wanted to celebrate mine and my birthday, or mine and my son's birthday. Mine and my. So, because we have the same birthday.
Yes.
And so we did, and so I got my birthday presents early from my husband, and he bought me the curling iron that I asked for, which is what you all have to thank for this beautifulness today. It is amazing.
Yes,
it is the best curling iron ever.
Yeah.
And bought me a gel nail kit because I do my nails a lot. So.
Oh, but yeah, the gel sucks though, because you have to put it underneath the UV light and all that other shit.
All right. So that's not the part that bothers me. Here's the deal. Okay. I have to act like I like it. And I'm only saying this because he's never going to watch this. Okay. But I fucking hate it. I hate gel nail polish. It is so bad for my nails. It tears apart my nails. I don't know. Honestly, I've used it 2 times now because, by the way, I also have a thing where I pick a lot at a lot of things, which is why my face looks like this.
Yeah.
But So like what winds up happening is I'm able to just peel it off like as a whole one piece now instead of like chip it off like nail polish,
Yeah.
And I mean, it's satisfying, but I don't think that was the point.
Okay. So let's well, because the thing about it is that gel hardens, and when you pick at it, it's gonna fucking tear off your nail. I mean, because it's super fucking strong stuff. But let's dive deeper into this conversation, because this is a conversation I love having with people with the disorder that you have.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Okay. This disorder bothers the fuck out of me.
It bothers you?
Because I'm a victim of the disorder. Okay, so what I'm talking about is the people that have the obsession with picking things and the pimple popping and...
Oh, no. That's too far.
I know what you're saying, but it's all in that same realm.
Well, that's not the same thing.
It is.
No.
Because some people have it to the extreme where they see a pimple, they have to pop it. The same thing, they see something on the skin, they have to scratch at it and pick it. It's the same thing, it's just more developed. But either way, I'm a victim of both. And it bothers the shit out of me. Because I do not understand this thing.
Bro, we don't understand it. If we understood it, we'd make it stop. Like, can they please create a medication for this? Because you girl.
Yeah, please. And give it to my soon-to-be ex-wife. Please.
Right? That's funny. I literally bought a blackhead kit for my husband. Like, not for my husband, for me, so that I could take the blackheads off of his face.
That's popping pimples. So what do you... So you have...
But
it's the same
pimples
thing.
are different.
A blackhead is a pimple. It's just deep in the pore.
Now, don't get me wrong. If I have a pimple on my face, I'll pop the shit out of it. And I will, if it's like one of those ones that's just like a bump, it's like the cystic ones,
Yeah.
I'll tear the skin off of it until, oh man, it's bad. Like until I get it ready to pop, and then I pop it. If it's on my face, like I can't have it on my face. And my son's the same way. I feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
So
but
bad.
This obsession that people have is redonkulous. You know, I mean, Christina bought a blackhead kit specifically to attack my fucking nose.
You know what my favorite is? Oh,
What's
yeah.
that?
Definitely the nose. But you know what my favorite is?
What's
Is
that?
like when people have sunburns and you can peel their skin off.
See, that's more of a satisfying thing. That's not
Right?
the same type of obsession.
No, but it is. Oh
Is it?
man,
I guess
love
I
peel.
guess it could be.
And my whole family is like, you're fucking weird.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, probably, but
You definitely are.
it's fun.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
No,
Like,
it's okay. Not
and
for
it's
the person
sad that that's what's fun to me.
Okay.
Okay, I get it.
not
but
for the person that has that piece of metal going up against their fucking skin and going, let me get this fucking
yeah, my husband complains about it too.
Oh my god, no, just give me a Biore pore strip,
Listen.
motherfucker. I'll be fine.
Listen though, all right. So like it's my husband's fault, honestly. He created this monster that does that to him, okay? And let me tell you why. Because when we first got married, he okay. Sorry. When we first got married, he asked me to look in his ears, okay? Because for years, apparently, he has always had an issue where he can't hear sometimes out of his ears because of the buildup of wax that's in there. I'm not exaggerating, okay? So he had me look and he's like, I can hear something in there. Can you please just like get in there and see if you can find it and pick it out? And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. My naive dumbass, okay? First of all, if your husband ever says that to you, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
I didn't think that needed to be said, but apparently it does.
I trusted him.
Well, there was your first mistake.
I didn't know. I know, right? I didn't know what I was getting into, okay? Like in both this scenario and the marriage, to be fair. But anyways, I digress. So
Aw, poor Jesse.
he's okay. He knows who he be.
Yeah, no,
So
right?
so I went in his ear, right? And I started picking stuff out, like little stuff at first. Bro. He pulled out, like he went and washed his ear out Or no. I picked out because like the skin was attached. I don't know if it's skin. It might be skin, but something was attached to it. And like I went to pull it out and it unraveled the skin and then it came out and it looked like, have you ever opened, do you eat a lot of sunflower seeds?
I used to.
Okay. So you know how sometimes you get to the bottom of the bag and there's that really big like clump that looks like a stem maybe, but also could be like sunflower seeds wrapped up in something and it's gross?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but sure.
Okay. Well, in Kansas, that's what happens. Anyways.
Fucking Kansas.
Yeah, fuck you. So it looked like that. It looked like this big giant clump that was literally like this big, no exaggeration whatsoever, out of his ear that I just pulled. And he was like, "Oh, that feels so much better. I can hear now." Yeah, I bet you can. Damn, dude. Like, I'm never doing that again. And then now, of course, I do it all the time because now I'm like, let me pick at your ears. He created a monster. He did it to himself. All to himself.
Ugh.
Yep.
Ugh.
I know.
Ugh.
Yep. But now I know better. Like if I see something like that in there, there's a high likelihood I could be like damaging his hearing. First of all.
A very high likelihood. Just saying.
I know. Second of all, he like has learned now we've got like water tools or when he puts fucking hydrogen peroxide in his ear like he's supposed to clean it out.
I don't think you're supposed to do that.
No, you are. I mean, that's how you're supposed to clean it at home.
Are you? I don't think it's hydrogen peroxide.
No, it's the brown bottle with.
I don't think that's a thing. I think that's like. I think that's what you're not supposed to do.
No, honey, he's been to the doctor for this, and that's what they told him. You can Google it. That's what you're literally supposed to do to clean out.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive.
I don't think you're right.
All right, Google it, find out. Go ahead.
Hold on, let me Google it now. Hydrogen peroxide in ear. Health log. Is it safe to put? Okay. Although is highly oxidizing in nature, people may insert it into their ears to soften where it's liquid drain out. However, excessive use of hydrogen peroxide can lead to irritation of the skin inside the ear, which may cause inflammation and ear aches. So
trust me, he's not excessively using it. He's supposed to do this like once a month, and he fucking barely does it once a year.
Okay, it's very simple. Use a washcloth in the shower. Wash your body and then take the fingertip and just clean out the outside of the ear and let water run through it and it's fine. That's what I do.
I hate liquid in my ears, like at all. It bothers me a lot. Yeah. If he would just leave his ear alone and quit digging in it with his finger, honestly, he'd probably be fine, but he won't.
Oh, so he's digging in there with his finger and pushing. Oh!
From work.
Oh!
Bro.
Fuck!
Yeah. If he would quit doing that, he'd probably be fine.
All right, we need to make sure that he watches this episode.
No! Can never see this.
Do I have his number? I think I'm going to text him.
I will cut you. I will cut you hard.
Oh, fuck. See, this is why
you're getting so much enjoyment out of it.
Oh my god, I am. See, this is why I love doing these shows with you.
Yeah,
makes me happy.
Right.
You know, I miss doing them with you. 3 times a week, but because you left me, like every other woman in my life, just leave me.
It's funny because it's true. You were the one who said it. Why are you looking all shocked at me?
What? You aren't supposed to agree with me.
I couldn't pass it up. I'm sorry. I love you.
I love you too, but holy fuck.
Hey.
What?
That's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
I don't remember what it was.
Sure.
Oh, astrology. Are you into astrology?
To an extent, like I think, like, I mean, obviously not all of it's going to be right, but I'm a firm believer that the majority of people, not all, obviously, the majority of people do kind of fall within somewhere of their limits of like the definition of their astrological sign.
Yeah.
But not all of them, like all the check marks tick off. But like
Right.
the majority of them do. So I would say the majority of them have the majority of the same things. So maybe 50% of people match their astrological signs in some which way, shape, or form, I guess you could say.
So here's what I've learned recently. So who you actually are is a makeup of kind of not necessarily all 12 of the signs unless you have like some very special birthday, but it's a makeup of it. Like the major characteristics of who you are are made up. Bleh, can't talk today. Oh, it's the Baileys. So
Yeah, I concur.
yeah. So it's made up of the three, like your three tops. So it's like your sun and your moon and your ascending sign, which are all different usually. I mean, not always, but sometimes.
Okay.
Most of the time. Like you can have like Sagittarius, Aquarius type thing, or whatever a combination, but it's usually like I think I'm Sagittarius, Virgo, and Scorpio. Some variation of that.
See, I'm
So
not.
in any event,
I'm 100% Aries. Like,
no, you're not. Are you serious?
oh my God, yes.
Like your actual moon sign?
Yeah.
For real?
For real. Like,
No.
I tick off every box in the Aries category.
All right, but have you actually input like your birth date and time and place and all that in order to find out what your actual moon sign is? Because trust me, so like your moon sign.
Where the fuck do I find that out?
Oh, so you can go. I gotta find it. Hold on. You can go. So if you just type in, what's my ascending sign? I think. So what's my ascending?
You bother me.
Okay. Go to cafeastrology.com.
Okay.
So if you go to
Cafe Astrology. Okay.
Yeah. So you can go there and find, and you just type in your birthplace and your birth date and your birth time, and that will tell you all of this. It will tell you everything.
The reports and calculations.
Huh?
Where do I click? Where do I go?
I don't know. Fuck. Hold on.
Birth chart interpretations?
No. See, when I clicked on it, it just automatically comes up with enter your birth date, birth time, and birth city. Is that not what happened with you?
No.
Oh, that's because I Googled it. So you just went straight to the home. So where do I begin? Go to... Go to their menu. Do they have a menu?
Yeah.
All right, go to the menu and click on...
You should have been better prepared for this.
I should have. Can you please just... Okay, can you do me a favor and just Google what's my ascending sign and then click on the first thing that pops up, which should be Cafe Astrology.
My ascending... What's my ascendant sign?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Birth date. April 9th, 1981. Exact hour, 2 p.m. and 30 minutes-ish. Birth city, Oberlin, Ohio. Submit. My ascendant sign is Leo.
Exactly. Okay. So mine is Virgo. And So your ascendant sign supposedly like dictates
Whoa. Like, so, are you interested in learning your moon sign, Mercury, Venus?
yeah, so that all I don't know about. I only know I only just recently learned about the ascending sign and the moon sign. So the rest of it and the sun sign, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, but
But
my ascendant sign is Leo. But how do I find out my moon sign?
so
Oh, click here. Again,
you
so
have to input all that information in again. That's
yeah.
what's
Oh, I'm not doing that again.
well, so there's one thing. Hold on, let me show you.
Okay.
Because I took a picture, because when I did it on my phone, I don't know how I got this, but there's one thing that will show you your entire chart.
Okay.
So I just have to find it, which will be fun. In any event, so your ascending sign, or no, I'm sorry, your moon sign supposedly like dictate your emotions and like how you respond or react emotionally to others, or to things even in life generally.
Okay.
So,
Now, what's the point of being, having an astrological sign of me being an Aries if I'm also this, and this? It doesn't make
well,
any.
it's not.
That
So
doesn't make any sense.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. So
That's why, like I said, I don't subscribe to all that other stuff. But like, if you open up, like, what are the identifying characteristics of an Aries? I do have those exact fucking things.
Right.
I fall in love fast. I'm very passionate. I'm driven. I'm hard headed. I'm arrogant. All the things that, that's fucking me.
Okay. But watch. So Leo ascending sign. It says with Leo rising. Oh no, that's rising. I said ascendant. Okay.
Really? Read out loud, woman.
Well, it's for somehow it came up with what do Leo ascendants look like, and it says physical appearance of Leo rising, which is Leo rising natives are usually broad-shouldered because they can carry so much weight. They tend to have a strong muscular system, large bones, and higher than normal upper body strength. Their upper body is usually bigger than their lower body, just like the lion.
Okay.
What?
I identify with that exactly.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So your rising sign, also known as your ascendant, represents the way others see you, your general impression on people, and your spontaneous reactions. It reflects the zodiacal sign. So like different signs mean different things for you specifically because of where and how and what time you were born and all that. So if your ascendant is Leo, this says you've got the radiance of the sun, which is your planetary ruler. I don't know what that means, at your front door. You are friendly and upbeat and have the ability to light up the room with your smile. You carry yourself with confidence and are naturally encouraging to others.
See, that's not 100% right.
Really?
It's not, because I have fucking no confidence in myself. I may have a giant fucking ego, but I'm not confident in myself at all.
No, but you carry yourself with confidence because remember, this is how others perceive you.
Oh, absolutely. Mike, because I put on the fake ego.
Right.
To give people the false impression that I have confidence in myself. But in reality, I do not. The only time I ever have confidence in myself is when I'm behind a mic.
But people perceive you as having confidence, whether you want them to or not.
I get that because the way I carry myself. I got you. Yeah.
So let me find. Hold on. So there is. For order in handy list format. No, that's not exactly what I want. So,
yeah.
I really want to find this. In any event, my point was originally that I consider myself somewhat, and like whether you subscribe to astrology or not, I'm still, and I don't 100% subscribe to it yet.
No.
I'm probably on the way, but point is, I have always considered myself to be somewhat of like an astrological.
Astrological. There you go.
Yeah.
That's much better.
Badass, basically, because and it was further cemented in me, by the way, because first of all, I'm Sagittarius, which I love. Like Sagittarians are known for being very spontaneous and very outgoing and very excitable, I guess.
Yeah, you and my daughter both. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. And then on top of that, so like if you were if we were to go into Chinese astrology, my my Chinese astrological symbol is the dragon, which I love.
Well, but my
that's
dad,
the coolest one.
My dad's birthday was on Wednesday, the 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aww.
Sagittarius as well. Complete polar opposite of everything that's Sagittarius. He's
right.
He's reserved. He's not spontaneous. He's old fashioned as fuck. You know, he's that guy that calls me on a weekly basis saying, "Hey, did you get a real job yet?"
Right. Now, however,
No.
that could just be because of like his ascending sign or something. And that's the way that people perceive him. Or that could also be because of his moon sign. And that's how, you know, like his feelings have changed because of his moon sign or something like that.
Or he's just old and decrepit.
Or that. My dad was a Capricorn, and he was like that, like a lot.
No.
So I don't know. Anyways.
I mean,
oh, also my sweatshirt has arrows on it, and that's why I wore it today, is because that's one of the symbols for Sagittarians. So
I just put out a new design on the merch store.
Oh yeah,
I did. And the I bought a I had to, you know, I purchased my own suck it hoodie.
Oh cool.
All it literally says is suck it. It's just two lines, just literally just says suck it, and that's it. It's just very vague, you know, whatever. So
do you want to share? Can you share your screen on here to show us?
With OBS? Absolutely.
Please do that.
All I got to do, well, you won't be able to see it.
Oh. Well, I have to like go to the website and find it myself.
Yeah, you have to go to the website. I can pull it up. I'll pull it up right now. Actually, let me do.
I should have gone pee.
Let me do this.
Before we came in. How do I?
What?
There's literally a whole free birth chart report. I don't understand.
Let me pull up the merch store here. DCKProductions.com/shop. I am there. Let me now pull up the. Well, just go to YouTube real quick on your phone and watch me do this. Because I don't feel like sharing it through Zoom.
I'm still trying to find the damn. You don't have to share it through Zoom. I just want my screenshots, man. Show me my stuff. There it is.
No, that's not what I wanted to do. Remove. Sorry, folks. Derek did a bad thing.
What'd you do?
I hit the wrong thing. Window capture. Add a new source instead. Merch store. There we go. All right. So, on the merch store page, I have a new design that just looks like that. And it is fucking fantastic. So I just purchased myself this hoodie. Actually, that's the woman's hoodie, but it's the same thing. The men's hoodie right here, which is on sale right now for a limited time for $26.49. So please pick yourself up this hoodie. DCKProductions.com/shop. Also, like I've mentioned this before, but like the new mental health stuff, like this one that says "I'm not insane," and then also Anxiety is my superpower. Is another one that I have out right now. And I'm gonna add more to this soon. So, yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it. It's pretty good stuff. So, all right. And there we go.
Okay. I found out how you can get your birth chart. I'm going to give you the link in the chat. There you go. All right. So you click on that and you can find out like your sun sign and your moon sign and all of the above. You still have to fill out the information, but it's just once this time and then it'll give you everything.
All right, send me the link in Messenger real quick. And let's click it from there. And we'll go over mine.
Okay. And then we can go over mine. Actually, I'll go over mine while you go over yours.
Okay. Got it. All right.
Okay, but we.
Okay.
So mine. So my sun sign, which is now what we go by, I guess, is Sagittarius. But evidently we used to go by moon signs for some reason. And my moon sign is a Scorpio. And my rising sign. Oh, that's on a different. Yeah, my ascending sign is a Virgo. But I have so on mine it says, because it has your sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Lilith, and N node, which I don't know what the last two mean. But I have a lot of Capricorn. Like in my Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are all three Capricorn. I don't know what any of this means.
All right.
It'd be super cool if we had somebody on that could tell me.
All right. So here I just did mine.
Okay. What is it? What it do?
Hold on, I gotta look at what it says. All right, okay. So my sun sign is Aries. My moon sign is Gemini. Okay. My Mercury sign is Aries. Then Venus sign is Aries. Mars sign is Aries.
Yeah. Damn. All right, so go to there's another thing that says Placidus at the top.
Yes.
All right, what is the first one on there?
Leo.
That's your ascending. All right, so that's your ascending. So that's Leo. So that makes sense. Your moon sign being Gemini is intriguing.
Why is that?
Because Geminis are fucking chaotic, man.
But then
which makes sense.
But half this list says Aries. I told you, I'm like hardcore. Right?
So
but you know what I find really hilarious?
What's that?
My Uranus sign is Scorpio. Okay, but I find that hilarious because Scorpios are sexual beings by nature. So being that my Uranus sign is Scorpio, I find that hilarious.
You are something else.
I am unlike anybody else on this planet. I am the great and powerful Derek. And don't anyone ever forget that shit.
So this says, if you have your moon sign as Gemini, this describes your instinctive and emotional nature, whilst your sun sign describes qualities you are learning to develop and become. Your moon describes who you already are, which is funny because do you know anything about Gemini?
No, I used to date a Gemini.
No,
she was a little batshit crazy, but
it's funny because you're bipolar.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because Geminis are the twins. They're like the whole point of Gemini is that they're all bipolar.
Dun dun dun.
Like you have one side of you that's like this logical, super cool person, and then you have this other side of you that's like fucking nuts.
So I can blame astrology for why I'm fucking bipolar.
Literally can. You literally could.
That makes life a little bit easier. It really does.
It says your moon side describes your instinctive or emotional energies, your innate reactions, and the things you need to feel comfortable or secure. It can reveal your emotional, genetic, and intuitive makeup. Whilst your sun sign describes qualities you are learning, blah, blah, blah. Born with the moon in Gemini, you are likely to be a curious individual with an active, versatile mind. Gemini is an air sign governing communication, the exchange of information or ideas, and the protocols with which social organization occurs. Accordingly, you may find that you have an innate need to know as much as possible about the world around you and may have a talent for numbers, speech, or the written word. Gemini is a mutable sign, implying the need for variety and change. The essence of this sign is communication. Unless other factors in your birth chart dominate, you are likely to enjoy sharing information with others and may be very talkative. With the moon in Gemini, you may find yourself involved with lots of different people, flitting from group to group, situation to situation, in order to exchange information and ideas. Information is the foundation of your emotional well-being, which is probably why this show for you is like life.
It
You are
is.
likely,
It is. It is.
yeah,
'Cause-
you are likely to feel at your best when actively engaged in learning something new.
Well, I'm actively engaged when I'm discussing my passions. You know, when I get like, oh my God, lately I've been doing nothing but indie bands. Okay, because again, that's the only people that are releasing music this year is indie bands. So I've been talking to a shit ton of indie bands, most of which will be on the Suck It Podcast / Teachable Soul Podcast / Tatnus Podcast charity event next Friday, December 11th at 6 p.m. right here on YouTube. 15 bands, 12 comedians, and mine, Kat's, and Keith's beautiful faces telling jokes and raising money for Toys for Tots. Don't miss it. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Cheap plug. I have been really, really excited to talk to some of these bands because, yeah, it's cool to, you know, promote their new album or their new, you know, single or their new music video. But that takes, what, 15 minutes to do? But then we sit there for an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes, talk about the music business, talk about our influences, talk about music theory, talk about this and talk about that. And we actually get in depth in the whole music world. And it encapsulates everything that I love about what I do on this show because it takes so many different avenues. Like, you know, out of nowhere last night, I was talking, I haven't released the episode yet. I was talking to the band, oh crap, who was it? I talked to so many bands, they all kind of run together in my mind.
Whoever you had on last night?
Well, no, it was a recorded episode. I haven't released it yet. I had the band on, Designer Disguise, Seattle-based band, Designer Disguise, and we were talking, and out of nowhere, you know, talking about musical influence and talking about this and that, all of a sudden the guy, you know, mentioned that he has got mental illness out of nowhere. So then we spent 30 minutes talking about that, which I love doing that as well, because that's the whole idea behind the show is, you know, mental health. But I love it when it's organic like that.
Right.
And then we literally talked about how, you know, that's what influences his music the most. And as I was listening to those songs before he came on the show, I kind of understood that. But when I wasn't 100% sure, and then he came out like that, we were talking about that. And then we talked about Chester Bennington and how I think he's a disgrace because of what he did. The lead singer of Linkin Park.
You're not talking about the guy who committed suicide, are you?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I haven't released this episode yet, so you don't get to hear my explanation, but I'll explain it now.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
It actually makes a lot of sense when I say it. Now, I'm not one, but being that I've been in a suicidal position before, I know, you know, that it's a dark place. So I'm not taking anything away from how he was feeling that day when he decided to commit suicide. Okay. However, here's where I have the problem. Okay. For many, many years, Linkin Park, their music was very mental health related, and you could tell that there was something going on with him. And the music for him was cathartic, and it was able to release his aggression, and so on and so forth. So he already had a following and that knew there was mental health stuff inside the songs. That's number one. Number two, 6 months prior, the lead singer of Soundgarden, Chris Cornell, committed suicide. Okay? And that was his best friend. All right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So for 6 months, Chester Bennington watched what his family went through, watched what his friends went through, his old bandmates went through, and watched what his fans went through. And still, 6 months later, decided to take his own life knowing all that. After you've raised millions of fans and talking about mental health and how cathartic it was for you to sing about that. And then after watching your best friend and seeing his entire family and all of his fan base, everybody I just mentioned, go through that, you turn around and do the same fucking thing. I'm not judging him. I am not saying what he did was right or wrong. I am not saying that he was weak. I'm not doing anything like that. But in this instance...
But you called him a disgrace.
It was, because it's disgraceful. To know that...
Disrespect and disgrace are two different things.
It
might have been disrespectful. I understand what you're saying there.
It was selfish.
To some degree.
It was selfish. Suicide in general is selfish. But
yeah.
But
it's not...
took it a step above. That's what I'm trying to say. This is now. If what I'm saying is, it would have been completely different if Chris Cornell had not passed 6 months prior. Okay, if it just was Chester Bennington doing his thing, you could say, okay, you know what? I get it. Listen to his music for the last 20 years or 15 years. You can no. I would not say it was anything different. I wouldn't say what I'm saying now, but what I'm saying is, knowing that he went through it, with what he went through. Now he knows what everyone else is going to feel like, and he still chose to do it. And that's what I was talking about.
Okay. You're entitled to your wrong opinion.
It's not wrong.
No, I'm just messing with you. Calm down.
Because it's my opinion. But but like I said,
I know, I'm kidding.
But like I said, but that's where I'm kind of going with it. I mean, if he did it on his own, that's his choice. That he has that right.
But here, okay. But wait, that's my point. I got you. So, but you have to understand that sometimes when you're in a place like that, you can't see beyond what you're feeling. And that's literally like the majority of the problem when people commit suicide is they do it because they literally can't see anything beyond what they're feeling. Absolutely. They don't feel like they have a future. They don't feel like they have a purpose on the planet. They feel useless. Like that's how they're feeling in the moment when they decide to take that final step or leap into the abyss. Like, so, I mean, it makes sense that it's selfish because he couldn't see anything else. And especially after losing his best friend, I'm certain that man was depressed. And I'm more upset with the people around him than I would say. Like, what he did wasn't disgraceful by any means. It might have been disrespectful after, you're right, watching everyone go through the same shit. But also, I understand that he was probably in a position where he literally couldn't see past his own face.
Well, it's disgraceful because whether he, I haven't, let's just say, for instance, he was a quasi mental health advocate.
Right.
Okay. Whether he was
as much as he could have been back then, because back then it wasn't accepted.
Correct. But what I'm saying is whether he was out, promoting NAMI or, the National Suicide Prevention Hotline or whatever the case might be, whatever he was doing up to that point doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, with his music at least, the stuff that they put out, in the end, it doesn't really matter. I tried so hard, but got so, stuff like that. When, those are mental health related things. And he built his following because people associated with him and understood what he was going through because they were going through it themselves. And then he turns around after all this time of building a fan base based off of mental health, regardless of what anyone says or not. That's exactly what he did. And then he turns around and does that after more mental health stuff comes up. He's basically saying it's okay to do this, guys.
Maybe he was trying to make a point, though.
That's a horrible point to make.
But it's no. Maybe he was trying to make the point that, hey, I've been telling y'all something's wrong for fucking years.
And I've said that too.
And
Absolutely.
didn't anybody say nothing? Didn't anybody do nothing?
We don't know. We don't know. I mean, I know he had a pretty...
No, you're right. We don't.
Because, I mean, from what I remember, he had a pretty private life. So, I mean, I don't know if he saw a therapist. I don't know if he took Lexapro or, anything else like that. I don't know what his wife did at the time. I don't know anything like that. But what I do know is that through his music, he became a quasi, mental health advocate. And he still did that. That's my point. That's what's kind of disgraceful about it. It's like me saying, you know what? Fuck it, guys. After the last year of doing this show, based on mental health, being out there and putting myself out there every day saying, you're not alone, and then me saying, oh, guess what? Fuck it. Done. That's disgraceful. If I did that, I would say it was disgraceful. I'd go to heaven and say, I don't deserve to be here. What I did was disgraceful.
I think it's possible that he was trying to make the point, like further drive the point home, basically. Because again, I mean, I remember when he died, I was like...
It stunned me.
I was like, well, I didn't even listen to his music, but I knew he died.
I was a fan of his, not Linkin Park. Because he had a bunch of other side projects he did, and he did this and he did that.
I think I was like 10 or 11 or 12 or somewhere in there when he died. So I wasn't.
It was only 3 years ago.
Are you sure?
I'm 110% sure that Chester Bennington only died 3 years ago.
Who am I thinking of?
I don't even know.
I swear.
The lead singer of Linkin Park.
Was there another band or something that I'm thinking of when I was that young? Because I wasn't. I remember
there was lots of them 20 years ago that happened like that. I mean,
okay, well then that changes my stance on this point. Anyways, because I thought this was like 20 years ago. 25 years ago.
Gabe! Hey, Gabriel, how are you?
Gabriel, hi! Okay, so I'm gonna switch subjects because partially because I apparently don't even know what I'm talking about. So second of all,
well, I mean, you're still making a valid point. But I mean
it's still possible that he was just making a point, and it's still possible he couldn't see past his own face. But correct. You're also correct. But we don't know.
Correct. But what I'm saying
we don't know what he was doing.
Overall, my opinion is, if you are a quasi mental health advocate through your music, like Chester Bennington was of Linkin Park, and then you turn around and commit suicide, that's disgraceful. It's the same thing as if I did it. It's also insulting and disrespectful as well, but it's disgraceful because you're basically just shaming everyone that fell in love with you because of what you did and what you stood for. It's disgraceful.
I don't know. Suicide to me means that you are in so much pain that you can't handle it anymore.
Correct.
And while it is selfish, I agree it's selfish. It's not. I personally can't judge the person past the pain.
And I get that, and I feel a certain way about it because I've been there twice. But at the same time, it's one of those situations where, in his case, solely his case, it's a little bit different because because it is. Because 15 years of singing about mental health songs, then turning around and having your best friend commit suicide, watching what everybody went through, and Chris Cornell from Soundgarden all of his fan base and family and friends go through it as well, and then him turn around and doing the exact same thing. Knowing all that, he still did it. And that's why I say what I said. Now, I know there's people out there who idolize him.
Entitled to your wrong opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's people out there who idolize him. I know there's people out there who still obsess over Linkin Park's music. I get all that. I'm not saying that you're not allowed to idolize him. You obviously found something in him that you relate to. I get it. But someone who is a advocate, strong, hardcore advocate for mental health, I don't like what he did. I think it was very, very wrong. Are
your feelings hurt by what he did?
Very much so.
Oh, that makes more sense then. Okay.
Gabriel just said it's being hypocritical. It's a fine line to be an advocate of something, and then a fine line of being an advocate something like mental health. So it is hypocritical.
I mean, yeah, but like the point right now, we're in a place with mental health where like people who have mental health issues often can't control them, don't know how, and sometimes don't even know how to reach out for help.
Correct. And that's why I do this show.
I know. So anyways, okay, so I'm still changing the subject. So first of all, I had to stop. I was scrolling through Facebook news and I had to stop because it was absolutely fucking horrible. Okay. So the first thing that happened was, did you hear about that 11-year-old who shot himself in the middle of a Zoom class?
No.
Yeah, well, he did. And it's terrible. Like, I don't know if it was an accident or he was committing suicide, but he literally did it on camera, middle of class, traumatized all those people. Like, how do you, like, if you're that teacher, how do you just tell everybody to log off? What do you do? That would be terrifying. Anyway, so there's that. Also,
can you imagine what the kids witnessed in that situation? That's some traumatic shit.
It is some traumatic shit. Traumatic. I know. Like the teacher, I would quit teaching. I would literally quit teaching. I would drop my shit right there and then and be like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. Bye. Oh my God. Oh my God. This year is so hard. So then there was a second story about some guy that was found in an apartment, like he had no teeth. He had been locked in this apartment by his mother for 28 years, which is since he was 13 years old. So most likely she just pulled out all of his teeth. So I had to stop. Yeah, I had to stop. Okay. So I told my husband, hey, I'm going to stop because this is like fucking up my day, man.
Okay. You just fucked up my. Okay. Well, first of all, you just fucked up my day. I woke up. I was happy. I was great.
Okay.
I went to IHOP and got some breakfast,
it,
passed out, took a nap. I mean, there was a lot of good stuff that happened today. You know, I woke up, went to breakfast, took a nap, came on the show with you.
Would have taken me to breakfast.
Well, then maybe we should arrange that.
Take me to lunch for my birthday. So, okay. So
what are you doing Sunday?
Huh?
What are you doing Sunday?
Nothing.
All right. Well, want to go to lunch on Sunday?
Maybe.
Well, fine. Fuck you then. You just complained and I offered and you're like, maybe.
No, I do want to go. Like, yeah, take me.
All
but
right, let's go.
I don't want to. No, I don't want to spend your money.
I'm fine.
I don't want to spend your money.
I'm fine.
I don't want to spend your money.
I just got sponsorship money. I'm fine.
Well, congrats. Anyways, so okay. So fun-ish story, okay? It's a little scary and we're literally living in a Black Mirror episode. I haven't even seen the show yet. I'm going to start watching it because of this shit, okay?
Gabe said happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you, Gabe. Thank you. You should pop into my Google Meet tonight and come say hi.
See, that's the only problem with OBS now that I use OBS versus
I can't see it.
StreamYard or Restream, is that you can't see it. I can see it all.
I know. It makes me sad. I should pull up YouTube or something and like watch. Anyways, so have you ever heard of cloud seeding?
I didn't think you could sit up.
Seeding.
Oh, when they
putting
make
seeds in a cloud.
Yeah, when they basically make it.
Yes, or snow.
Yes.
Evidently.
Yeah.
So, I thought that was a conspiracy theory, and I thought it wasn't a real thing, and it's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
I didn't know this, so I'm terrified now because how do we know? It says China is massively expanding its weather modification program, saying it will be able to cover half of its country, basically, which China's fucking huge. Also, how do we know? How do you know what is false, what is like fake rain or snow and what is not? How How do you know? And then what if there's like a major flood? How do you know if it's a natural flood or if it's like warfare?
You don't.
I need answers.
You don't. You don't, unfortunately.
Okay. So yeah, we just live in a Black Mirror episode. All of 2020 was made by Black Mirror. Got it. Whoever wrote that. Mm-hmm. How are you so calm about this?
Because I've known about it for years.
Oh, fuck off.
Because
I've known about it. I didn't think it was real.
Well, the thing about it is, it's supposed to be done, during droughts and stuff like that to help rain, to force it to rain.
Right, which I get. Cool. I'm glad that we have the ability, but like I feel like there should be more laws to prevent using it as warfare to like weaken whole entire ecosystems.
How is it warfare? I don't get how it would be warfare.
Okay, so if China has the ability to cover half of its country in rain, that's all of ours. All of our country, our whole country.
Okay. So our country would be raining. So I'm sure California would love it. They need the fucking rain.
But if they just dump water on our entire country, they can flood our entire country.
You know how long it would take to flood our country as a whole? Now, there'd be certain cities that would go away. Like Nolens would be, Nolens would be destroyed. Because it's literally a fucking bowl.
If you make it rain for long enough, all the crops are going to be destroyed.
Yeah, but
we won't have food.
You don't think our government, our military's smart enough to notice, oh, look at all these Chinese planes in the fucking air seeding our fucking clouds to make it fucking rain.
Oh, I don't know how this actually works. So explain it to me then. What do you mean? What? What do you mean?
They have to plant this well, literally, it's not really the same thing, but they have to kind of put the seed into the cloud to make it rain. So you have to fly over it. You have to put it in. You have to do it somehow. The only way you're going to be able to do that is to actually get inside the cloud or get above it.
But so you have to actually have the cloud before you can seed the cloud?
Hold on. Let me give you the definition.
Because, like, we can make clouds. Clouds are easy to make. I can make that in a fucking jar.
Cloud seeding is a type of weather modification that aims to change the amount of or type of precipitation that falls from clouds by dispersing substances into the air that serve cloud condensation or ice nuclei, which alter the microphysical processes within the cloud. Okay, so again, here's a diagram. Okay, I'm going to show it to you. You might be able to see it. You might not be able to. Hold on. No, you can't.
Blurry.
It's blurry as shit. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. Nope, can't.
Yep, put it closer.
Nope, that's not going to work. Okay.
Nope.
So anyway, it just basically shows a aircraft, dropping silver iodide, which is one of the chemicals, into the clouds, which makes it rain.
Mm-hmm.
So again, we would see these massive amounts of planes doing this over and over again that our government or military didn't authorize. It wouldn't last very long.
So why can't they just use like regular airplanes that come into our country all the time?
Again, if they notice that every time a plane flew by and all of a sudden it starts raining in that area, they'll put two and two together pretty quickly. Eventually it would. It wouldn't take very long, especially if all of a sudden some of our towns and shit like that started flooding.
But there are certain towns that flood all the time, so nobody would bat an eye.
No, they would. I mean, especially
over here in Maryland.
But like if all of a sudden Los Angeles started flooding from constant rain after years and years of droughts, somebody's gonna go,
Things that make you go,
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm paranoid already. I didn't need to know that today. Today was not the day. Anyways, I'm going to drink the rest of the day and have a good day. And forget all about that.
Yeah, I mean, hold on, I'm answering Gabe's question.
Hey, why don't you have LinkedIn Live?
I'll tell you why in a second.
You should absolutely have LinkedIn Live.
So Gabe, to answer your question, I'm going straight to YouTube from OBS,
Yeah.
and I'm using Zoom to talk to Kat. So I filter Zoom into OBS, and I'm using OBS for the overlays and everything else like that. So that's how I'm doing it. But so to answer your question, I use something called Streamlabs OBS, okay, which is an extension of OBS, but it has more things built into it, okay? And with Streamlabs OBS, you can only go live to one location, okay? However, for monthly subscription, you can go to as many as you want.
How much is the monthly subscription?
$20 a month. It also gives you power to more features and stuff like that. But again, you know, I don't. My show is not LinkedIn Live. You know,
Oh no, I disagree.
maybe what we do is, you know, but the music stuff and all the other stuff. I cuss too much for LinkedIn.
Can you not cuss on LinkedIn?
I don't know if you can or can't, but it's more of a professional website.
Okay. Well, yeah, but see, that's why it needs it, because there's a bunch of fucking dilly dallies on there that just they're a bunch of
Yeah, like Gabe.
no.
I'm kidding. I'm just making fun of him.
I am building straight through OBS. Okay. Anywho, all right. I love you. I have to go. You're taking me to lunch on Sunday? Where are you gonna take me? I'll take your money now. Where are you gonna take me?
I don't know yet. We'll talk about it. I'll text you later.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, guys. So that's our show for today. Join Kat and I next Friday for more fun and chaos. I think we're gonna stick with the Suck It podcast hour instead of doing the mental health hour and this and that, and just be able to just make it whatever we want to. Because like today, because today was a little bit. It was mostly comedy, and then we went to mental health stuff and like that. So you know, it's just to keep it the way this. I think we should just keep it this way.
We'll just keep it Suck It coffee hour.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to talk horror stories and do the other stuff, we can do that. I like to Suck It the happy hour. It's just a fun time between me and Kat, and kind of go from there.
Hi, we're not doing one on Christmas. You know that, right?
Of course not.
Okay, good.
Oh, no.
Or are we doing one on the 1st on New Year's?
We can. I mean, because the thing about it is, I mean, there's not going to be much football on. Probably some cancellations. You know, I mean, and plus, it's gonna be really fun.
So here's the deal.
Okay.
So we were supposed to go home for Christmas.
Okay.
But for Thanksgiving, my family got together and everybody got COVID, including my 103-year-old grandmother and my 80-year-old aunt.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I don't know if we're going now. I'm contemplating not going, because if we do, we're just going to sit there in somebody else's house that we're renting, basically, without all of our stuff. Like, if I wanted to go sit in a house, I'd just stay home. We're not going to be able to get to like any big get together, which they usually have. Like my husband's side of the family usually has a big get together. I'm not going to go do that. I'm not going to risk their lives because they're all older, mostly. So, and we're going to be, driving and traveling down there. Like I'm not risking their lives.
Yeah.
But my husband still wants to go. And he's like, well, I want to go see my parents at least, and my best friend out there. And I'm like, yeah, like, cool. But like, and he's like, oh, we'll be careful. I'm like, it's not us I'm worried about. I know we'll be careful. We wash our hands. We use hand sanitizer. We wear masks. It's the people who are assholes and dumbasses who don't give a fuck that I care, that I'm worried about. Like, it doesn't matter what we do if they're being out there being stupid, and they're going to be out there being stupid because it's Christmas. So I don't know what's happening is my point. And I don't know if I'm going to be there and have to like bring all my gear, or if I'm going to be here. So we'll play it by ear.
Play
How's
it by
that
ear.
sound?
We got a month, so
Yeah, I know.
play it by ear. We'll see how it goes, but we'll do it every Friday except for Christmas, and we'll decide, as it gets closer on whether or not we're gonna do it New Year's Day.
right.
I mean, it would be fun. I mean, I'm just be sitting at home all alone because all the women in my life don't love me and left me.
You're not going to be home alone for Christmas, are you?
No, not Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh,
you mean for New Year's?
Yeah, for New Year's because I'll be alone because nobody loves me.
That's cool. Better than spending it in a hospital.
Wow, Did you just say that's cool? You know what? Fuck
I love
you.
you.
I love you too. All right, guys. Tonight I will be talking to the band. Who am I talking to tonight? The band Igloo and Hartley. They have reunited after a 10-year break, releasing their first song in 10 years today. So we'll be debuting that live tonight on Suck It Podcast, 8 p.m. East, 5 p.m. West. So join me tonight for that.
Aw.
Or come back.
You see what Gabriel said?
No, what's that?
Oh, thank you, Gabriel. He said next time you go live, I will simulcast your show on my LinkedIn live stream.
Oh, thanks, Gabe.
He's so sweet.
But yeah, so join me and Kat next week, noon East, 9 West, for another edition of the Suck It Happy Hour. And again, tonight, Igloo and Hartley reuniting after 10-year hiatus, releasing a brand new song called Cooler. It's available now, and I will debut it live on the air tonight as well. So join me for that. But until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and as always, stay fucking heavy. We'll see you next weekend or tonight. Peace.
Peace.